Hey everyone, this is Sarah and welcome back to my channel. Today I am shooting in this particularly weird spot in the apartment because this is the only place in my apartment where I can actually get some sunshine, and I also have my water here. And I'm saying that because I need sunshine and water, okay, because I'm basically like a big leaf, and if I don't get those things I get utterly depressed. So we are shooting here today, okay? On today's video I basically just want to chat a little bit with you about Thoth deck. Now you might probably think now you basically just got the deck like a second ago. I know, I know, trust me, and trust me, I've been kind of hesitant whether to shoot this video or not because, well, precisely because of that. I don't really want to come off as, how do I even say that? Like, I really am trying to be authentic on this channel, on my Instagram, everywhere. I'm trying to be as authentic as I can, okay? But that also means that I just really want to talk about this deck. I just really want to say something. So I got the deck here, my beautiful newest edition green box, and I'm going to be showing you a few cards and just saying a few things, just sharing some thoughts with you, because you guys, this deck is just something else, okay? It is something else. So anyway, get comfortable, get yourself something nice to drink. As I said, I got water. Oh, could you see that? Oh, it's kind of out of frame, but it's so beautiful, this glass, when the sun hits it. So yeah, basically, grab yourself something nice to drink, make yourself comfortable, and let's get into this video. Okay, so I don't even know how I'm going to call this video. Maybe something along the lines about like thought and the fear, maybe, because I really want to say a few things regarding the fear around the Thoth deck, because I have seen this in quite a few times, really, where people are like basically afraid to get this deck because, well, because of several reasons, really. But usually the reason I came across was that, well, the deck is made by Crowley, and Crowley, he wasn't really a saint. He did a lot of questionable things, you know. Some of them I am completely like not okay with. I'm not gonna lie to you, but there is this part to Crowley that is also kind of alluring, if you will. Like, I'm being honest here, okay? It is what it is. Like, he had quite some mind, you guys, and some of his, you know, philosophical stuff, I guess, things that he was thinking and writing about are kind of alluring, okay? It is what it is. It is what I feel, actually. Yeah, this is completely my personal take on it. This is my personal point of view. But I would get why people would be like, nah, I don't really want a deck designed by someone like that. Like, I get it. And there is something else to it, and I think that people are kind of afraid because I have seen this phrase like across the internet, like the Thoth deck is going to change your life in like a really brutal way. And I can tell you, I've had the deck for a second. By a second I mean like a couple of days, really. It does give off that vibe, and I'm going to tell you more about it in just a moment, but I just want to say I think I am grasping the idea about why people are being so, you know, hesitant and fearful around Thoth. So basically, I'm going to give you maybe like my point of view on why that might be. Now, right off the bat, I don't think I said that, but I do not really feel fear around Thoth. What I feel though is that its energy is not, it's not like another deck, you know. And what I mean by that, you know, I have a pretty small tarot deck collection. How many decks I have? Like 7 tarot decks, I think. And what I mean by that Thoth isn't just like another tarot deck is that I mean that it is not just like another tarot deck in terms of, okay, there is a new very talented artist who made a new design and the deck is very aesthetically pleasing and it's, you know, pleasure to read with, because I have a few decks that are definitely, like, I would put them in that category, like aesthetically pleasing decks that is, like, that give me pleasure to read with. Thoth is not that. I mean, the deck is beautiful. I don't want to say it isn't. I think the designer, the artist behind this deck, let me just show you a few cards where I talk. The designer behind this deck, Lady Frida Harris, I think made a really great job, you know, with these paintings. They are beautiful, but they are not something I would like, you know, these paintings are beautiful, but they are not really something I would consider like conventionally beautiful, maybe. And it actually took me a while to actually appreciate and fall in love with the imagery as such, because I don't know if I mentioned in some of my previous videos, but I wanted to get Thoth not because of its aesthetics necessarily, because, side note, when I first came across this deck quite a long time ago, I thought, what a weird deck. Okay, so I definitely did not get it for its aesthetics. I got it because of the kind of like, I got it because of its layers of occultism, of esotericism, you know, mysticism, stuff like that. I basically got it to study tarot on a deeper level, and it's been wonderful for that. Though, as I mentioned, I pretty much just started studying like a second ago, but I can already tell that it really does contain like a lot of information and like a lot of knowledge and a lot of layers is the best word for it, I guess. So yeah, there is that. But what I want to say is I like for those a few days that I've been reading with this deck, I already realized that this deck doesn't really sugarcoat anything. And I've been wanting to make a video on decks personalities, but this is not so much about like the personality of the deck itself. However, I think it is because of the way it is structured, probably, and this is pretty much the card I wanted to talk about, the Nine of Swords, because you will see that Thoth has these keywords on minor arcana, and this particular card is called cruelty. So when you look at this card, you know, you got, like, you really got a different take on the Nine of Swords. Now, of course, Nine of Swords in every tarot deck is about, like, you know, nightmares, like really creepy stuff going on usually in your head, and when it comes to like subconscious mind, stuff like that. But having this card with this particular imagery and with the word cruelty on it just kind of hits different. I don't know if you know what I mean. So this is what I'm saying, like the structure of the Thoth, the keywords and some of the imagery as well, it just kind of hit you in a different way than other deck would. I don't know if I'm explaining myself well, but this is my experience so far with it. And the thing is as well, like regarding these keywords, actually, I just don't know what to do with my hair, sorry. So something else I really wanted to say regarding keywords is that since these keywords are on every card of the minor arcana, you know, I'm just gonna quickly show you something else. Like, for instance, Ten of Wands, oppression. What I wanted to say with this is that the majority of these keywords, in my opinion, are more of a like on a negative spectrum, if you will, and you're not really used to seeing that side of the cards usually, because as tarot readers always say, as I also said in some of the other videos, every card has its positive aspect, its negative aspect. But let's be real. Usually when you see, like, let's say 10 of Wands, like, usually I would read this card as kind of like the burden of success, almost. English. This card used to be that for me, okay, in a nutshell. Of course, there's more to it, but in a nutshell, this would be it, okay? And looking at this card in Thoth deck and having the oppression as a word and having this kind of a, I don't want to say aggressive image, but you know, it gives you this like punch in the face almost. Like, okay, I kind of forgot about the success part with this card, okay? So the thing is, you are really almost like forced to look at things from a different perspective, and sometimes that perspective is a little bit more harsh than with other decks, in my experience. But it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying I get why people would be like afraid of it, or also afraid to like reach out for this deck, because sometimes you just want like a nice hug reading, and I don't think Thoth can give you that. I mean, maybe it can, because then again, I said I have had it for a short time. But let's look at the Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Discs, sorry. Failure, like, you see, usually I would see this card as, okay, you need to reassess whatever the hell you're doing, see what's working, see what isn't, see what you can change, because clearly you are not where you want to be just yet. But then having the word failure all over it, it's just like, why am I failing? I don't want to be failing. But again, it's just a facet of it, okay? But the Thoth gives you that word. Of all the words, it gives you that word. So yeah, I think you are getting my idea here, right? The Thoth being kinda harsh about some things, but look at this Three of Swords, sorrow. But again, I just have to repeat, it's not a bad thing. It's just that it's got this really like punching vibe to it. But it's not a bad thing. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm just gonna put the deck to the side. Oh no, I'm just gonna be showing you a few more cards, why not? Okay, the Ruin. Again, like Ten of Swords, I am used to seeing Ten of Swords as something more negative, but then again, I don't know if I would necessarily call it ruin, you know, it's just like a little too dramatic. But then again, it kind of fits, it does, once you start studying this. So, you see, this is what I meant, that the deck just... this is what I meant when I said that the deck just speaks to you in a little bit of a little bit more straightforward way, maybe. And just again, it's not a bad thing, it's just something different. And again, I think that's also why people might be like scared of this deck, I suppose. But yeah, okay, I'm just going to take the deck now. So this would be my thoughts about why people are afraid of Thoth. So, as I said, Aleister Crowley, the keywords of the Minor Arcana, and the straightforwardness of the deck. As I said, I do have decks that I'd say are straightforward, but compared to this, no, they aren't, honey, they aren't. Let's just, you know what, let's just draw one card, see what comes up, just for fun, okay? So, anyway, let me know if you do have Thoth deck. What do you think of it? What is your experience with it? Because also, when I was doing the ritual, like a welcoming ritual, something, let me know if that's something you would be interested in. Not seeing, because I wouldn't probably I wouldn't probably record the ritual itself. I'm kind of private with those things, but if you want to know about what I do with the deck in terms of welcoming ritual, and no, I don't do like the interview spread. If you thought that's it, it's not it. But what was I saying? Let me know if that's something you would be interested in. But I was gonna say, okay, I think this would be the card. What I was gonna say is that even when I did the ritual with this deck, it just gave me this punch in the face right off the bat. And it was interesting. I loved it, but it was like, wow, okay, I did not expect that. But okay, anyway, what do we have here? Oh, I the one, swiftness. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I really wanted to like give you the tree of life connotation here, but I'm not there yet. So let's just go with the swiftness. So this deck really coming to my life in the most precise moment, in like this, like you know what? Okay, a little unsolicited story time that this card just kind of made me think about. So the thing is, as I mentioned, I have seen Thoth deck before, pretty much years ago, but I just thought, what a weird deck. What a weird imagery. What is that even? Okay. Then I sort of learned about it, as in, okay, it's the Thoth, okay, it's made by Crowley, but still, it wasn't like, I didn't really care much. And then, like a few months ago, I once more came across this deck and I was like, I think I need to study this thing. And I can't explain to you why on earth would that thought just come to me, like out of blue. But it did, and I was hesitating for so long, like for weeks before I got this deck. And then I was just like, okay, I'm getting it. I'm just doing that right now. And I did. And I can't tell you how incredibly happy I am that I got it, because it's really what did I just do? Sorry. It's really mind-opening and mind-blowing, and it really teaches you like so much. Like I can't, look, if you are thinking about getting Thoth, but you're not decided, get it. Get it. I promise you, it's going to open your mind forcefully at some moments, but it will open your mind. It's going to be good for you. So get a deck. So again, it was like the precise moment, like it was a precise moment that this deck just came to my life again, and this time with me being ready to actually grab it and study it and just go for it. And I'm just, again, so incredibly happy I did. So, swiftness. This might be probably so random, but I just wanted to say this. Anyways, okay, look at the Chariot. I showed you this one in the previous one, but I just love this deck. I just love this deck. And I mean, it's just so crazy, because I feel like this deck... Oh yes, something else I forgot to say. I knew I was forgetting something. Something else about this deck is that you really cannot deny that it is just so full of information and knowledge and energy. Therefore, I think there is like a lot of energy like stuck on those images. Not like the deck, like the... I'm sorry, not like the edition I have necessarily, because it's, as I said, I accidentally got the newest edition, which is like funny. But I think the images themselves have like a lot of energy that kind of ruminated there since Crowley made the deck, if you will. This is something I'm feeling from it. Not like I'm psychic or anything, but it's just like you get this feeling, you know, like inside of you. Yeah, so this is what I've been feeling with the deck. Like it has like a life of its own, a mind of its own, if you will, which is kind of crazy because it's just the deck after all. But it has history, you know, and so many people used it around like across the years, decades. Where I'm going with this, well, you know, I want to say I hope. It's just not it's just not a new deck, and you can tell. And I don't know if people feel that with Rider-Waite-Smith, because as I said, as you know, if you have been watching at least a few of my videos, you know that I am really not the Rider-Waite-Smith girl. I don't have that deck at my place, though I learned tarot kinda. Well, I didn't learn tarot with that system, but I am familiar with its images. But yeah, again, I don't know if people feel that with Rider-Waite-Smith because it's also an older deck, but I do certainly feel that with Thoth, and it's crazy and interesting and amazing, and I'm just so happy, so I just wanted to share that. Yeah, okay, I think that would be it now. I'm gonna go. It's becoming kind of hot here. I really needed the sunshine, but now it's like, okay, let me just cool down a little. And yeah, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Subscribe if you feel like it, and if you want to hang out with me a little longer, I invite you to watch other videos available on my channel. And what else am I supposed to say by the end of the videos? I think that would be it. I hope you're having a nice day, and yeah, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye!